your time on The Strain. You did 43 episodes. That looks like it was a lot of work, long nights, tons of nights, exhaustion. Was it hard?
We couldn't keep crews. In Toronto, The Strain was known as The Strain. Like, it was a strain. Like, a lot of crew members didn't want to work on The Strain
because of the nights. Yeah,
we had a lot of fratter days, right? And for me personally, it's a fucking ball. But basically, it
was a shit show for producers. It wasn't easy.
They did an amazing job. I don't know how they did it. I mean, Miles Dale, who was our producer on there, like he would be able to tell me at the start of the season, he was like, "You're going to be going home on this date in 5 months," and I'd be like, "Yeah, right." And every year he made it happen.
Wow,
it was amazing.
That's rare.
He was amazing. You know, now he has an Oscar on his shelf for the stuff, that he's done with Guillermo since then. And like, he's one of those guys, like, this is what's going to happen. And he makes it happen. I
love that.
And like, it's so cool to get to work with people like that. Him and Carlton and Guillermo. And like, they were just such dreamers that
made their dreams come true and
absolutely
believed it and do it.
Yeah.
What was it like? Is Vasily?
Vasily.
How do you?
Vasily.
Vasily. How was it like playing a character like that?
Well, playing Fat was like it was very interesting for me to get to play this guy, because it's the first time that Guillermo said we did like chemistry reads. Corey Stoll and I did chemistry reads with 6 actresses for who was going to be the love interest, because the love interest would fluctuate between both of us. And Guillermo kept saying, "Hey, Vasily doesn't show his emotions. He doesn't smile." And I was like, "I think you're wrong." He's like, "I wrote the book." And I was like, I understand that. Just give me a little bit. Just watch. Just tell me how you feel at the end of the day, because we're just doing chemistry reads. So let's just see it. And I argued with him that, he's got all these journals throughout all the books where he's talking about how like he's coming into fruition.
Right.
And he's like, the world's falling apart all around him, but his purpose has risen to a place where he's become one of the most important people. He's the guy you want to be with during a apocalypse, right? So I played that because you're not going to show on a show with this guy going through his journal, dear blah blah blah.
Right.
So
not that all that subtext or whatever.
Yeah. So I got to play.
So what did he say? After the day went,
he said he said you're right. He was like that's what
really.
He said that's what it needs to be, and that's what he ended up becoming.
You fought for what you believed.
Well, that's just how I perceived it. And I took a meeting with him and Carlton about 8 months before, and he was offering it to me. And at the time, I was doing The Captive for Adam McGoyan, and I was down to like about 195 pounds, which for me is like I was like skin and bones, and I had this weird stash, and it was going into a really bad place. And he was like, "You're going to be able to put on weight, right?" I was like, "Oh, give me a couple of weeks. It doesn't take me long." It was like, he goes, "So you want to do it?" And I go, "Well, I'd love to read the other books." He was like, "Kevin, how often do you get to save the world and get the ass?"
And get the ass?
That's what he said.
And get the ass. And then in an accent?
In his accent, but I'm not going to even try. It was just, it was really magic for me.
I love that.
Because I've never gotten to play the hero, the heroic. No, people don't see me as
what
that.
What a treat. Well, they should. They will.